Enjoying a great meal is something we never outgrow, especially me. But as we age, we may need to change our menus to serve up the right nutrition. Marianne Fisher is here with the best ingredients to make a delicious and healthy diet, and those two actually can go together. Marianne is a registered dietitian with the Rehabilitation and Health Center in Akron. Thanks for joining us, Marianne.
Thank you.
All right, so Marianne, are you saying when we hit 50 or 60, do our diets have to change? Do things change for us?
Yes, even if you have been eating a healthy diet in your 30s and 40s, sometimes your metabolism slows down, your body mass decreases, so you don't need as many calories, so you have to eat more efficiently.
And you were saying that things change, like the food may taste different. I mean, is that true?
Yes. You know, as we're aging, on the outside there's visible changes of, or visible signs of age, and on the inside things are becoming less efficient too, and our taste buds get a little bit dull. You might need to spice up your foods a little bit more, add more herbs and spices.
Our digestion changes too. I can attest to.
Yeah, it does. It gets a little bit slower. Sometimes you can't digest certain components of your food, like lactose, for instance. You might need to get some help with some Lactaid or some Lactaid pills.
Now, you've brought a whole lot of examples of things, and I want to go through that. This is what we should be eating for our diet?
Right.
All right,
all
start
at the same
us.
time.
Tell us what, all at the same, good.
Well, actually, like with the digestive changes that you have, you know, even consistencies of food may need to change. And digestion does begin in the mouth. I do want to say that to older folks, to younger folks too. You need to chew your food well. If you have poor dentition, you're going to need to make your foods a little bit softer. And if you have dentures and you've lost a lot of weight, you're going to need to get those refitted. So that will be helpful. But eating the foods that are higher in calcium tend to be a good thing for people in this age group to think about, because osteoporosis is a unique type of a condition for
these
this age
items
group.
that have calcium?
Right. And typically you would think of, I could have a glass of cow milk there, and I think most people are familiar with that, or some cheese. Cottage cheese, those are obvious sources, but we've got fortified cereals and other types of milk like almond milk, soy milk, and even calcium fortified orange juice. Dark green vegetables are also a wonderful source of calcium if you don't eat animal products as well.
How much calcium is in chocolate chip cookies?
Well,
which is one of my favorites. Just joking.
If you're having that with a glass of milk, I'm sure that'd be great.
Okay, what's our next category?
Well, we were also going to talk, well, I do want to say too, if you're taking calcium, either a supplement or in your food, make sure that you're getting vitamin D with it, and that helps to absorb it. And a lot of people in Northeast Ohio, none of us are surprised, are low in vitamin D in our bodies. So then we move on to needing B12 in our diet. That helps to increase your metabolism. It also helps with red blood cell development. Is kind of low in seniors sometimes, and that primarily is found in animal products.
Right, so that's like the tuna you got here?
Right, animal products like the dairy products again, or your animal meat. But if you are not a meat eater, and some people say it's too expensive to eat this way, you can again get B12 in a supplement form. You can get your bread, your grains can be fortified with B12, as well as your cereals.
All right, and then, so it's okay to eat carbs?
It is okay to eat carbs. In fact, carbs are your body's preferred source of fuel, and people should not be carb-phobic. They should just be concerned about how much they are eating, and they may need to decrease other things in their diet to get their calories right, but you want them to be whole grains, and there's some wonderful products on the market, and they are high in fiber, and you want to look on the label and see if they have maybe 4 grams of fiber or more to know if you're getting a good fiber source.
Great. And last question quickly. Do we eat less? Are we supposed to be eating less as we get older, or can we eat the same amount?
That's a good question. If your body is losing muscle mass, your metabolism is decreasing. If you are not as active, you don't eat as many calories. But at this age, you should have more time to exercise. You should be out there doing a lot of cardio activity, 30 minutes a day.
Should, that's the key word.
Right.
Not necessarily do. Okay.
So adjust accordingly.
Thank you. All right. These tips for healthy eating are pretty easy to swallow. My thanks to Marianne Fisher for feeding us such helpful advice, and now I get to have my cookies.
For more information, call the Rehabilitation and Health Center at 330-564-4100 or click to www.rhchealth.com.